Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome back to Health Science, Grade 12, Disease and Prevention. My name is Mr. Ahmed Abdelhamid, and I will guiding you through this lesson. Make sure you have workbook and let's get started. So today, inshallah, we'll be covering lesson 5.4, Physical Activity and Disease Prevention. First, let's have a look at the learning outcomes. By the end of this lesson, learners will be able to explain the role of physical activity in the prevention of illness and disease. Okay, now let's have a look at the keywords that you will learn through this lesson. First, we have physical activity, which is any movement of the body that needs energy, like walking, like running, like going to gym, and it all, okay? Next, we have blood pressure, which is how hard the blood is pushing against the wall of the arteries. Next, we have cholesterol, which is a fat that your body needs to work properly. There is good and bad cholesterol. Cholesterol, this can be produced by our body, but also found such as some nutrients like meat. Okay. Next, we have intensity, which is how much energy is used when exercising. Intensity, which is low and high intensity. Next, we have moderate, which is average or normal. For examples for moderate, we have moderate intensity. Okay. Next, we have endorphin, which is a group of hormones which are released by the brain and nervous system. Why? To reduce pain and raise pleasure and well-being. And next we have recommendation, which is an idea or plan of what should be done. Okay. And finally we have sedentary, which is having an inactive lifestyle, which like watching TV without any physical activity or doing exercise or on eating unhealthy food. Okay. Okay, now let's start physical activity. The World Health Organization defines physical activity as any bodily movement produced by skeletal muscle that require energy and expenditure. So take a moment and try to think, what does that mean? Okay, good. So it is mean physical activity, anything that gets you moving and increase your heart rate from resting can be classed as a physical activity. Okay. So now we will see what are the benefits of physical activity. So as you know, doing regular exercise is very important for your health and regular well-being. So it can benefit your physical and mental and social and emotional health. All of these is the dimensions of health as you studied in grade 11. Okay. Now let's have a look at these in some details. Physical benefits of exercise. Physical can improve how the body works and reduce the risk of disease in the following ways. First, we have helping to control body weight. Number 2, we have reducing the risk of certain disease. Number 3, we have improving bone and muscular strength. And finally, we have improving lung function. First, helping to control body weight, like which prevent people from overweight or obesity or obese. Second, reducing the risk of certain disease like heart disease, like diabetes. Okay, improving bone and muscular strength, and improving lung function, which helps how well the lungs can move air in and out of the body. Okay, now let's look at these in some detail. First, we have helping to control. But before talking about helping to control body weight, I have a question for physical activity. My question is, physical activity can increase the amount of body cholesterol, decrease the capacity of the lungs, improving bone and muscle strength, increase the risk of diabetes. Your answer is improving bones and muscle strength. First, we have helping to control body weight. How? As you know, exercise helps to control your weight. If you're doing irregular exercise, you will burn a lot more calories than someone who is not very active. You should already learn it that being a healthy weight reduce the risk of a lot of health problems. Next, we have reducing the risk of heart disease and stroke. Exercise reduce the amount of harmful cholesterol and fat in your blood, which keeps arteries and veins clear and helps to lower blood pressure. This can reduce your risk of heart attack and stroke. Next, we have improving bone and muscular strength. Exercise strengthens bones by increasing bone density. This helps to prevent weak bone conditions such as osteoporosis. It also reduces your risk of breaking bones. A strong muscle supports your joint, which helps to prevent injuries, and having strong muscles also allows you to do everyday tasks such as carrying heavy bag and walking upstairs. Now, did you know your heart is a muscle like other muscles in the body? It gets stronger when you exercise regularly. Strengthening your heart can help reduce your chance of developing heart disease. And finally, we have improving lung function. Exercise improving the function of the lungs. The function of the lungs. And it helps with how well the lungs can move air. Can move air. Can move air in and out. In and out of the body. As a result, more oxygen is drawn into the body and more carbon dioxide and other waste products are removed. Okay? Okay, now let's have a look at mental and emotional benefits of exercise. As you know, exercise or physical activity reduces stress and improves your mood. Exercise can improve mental and social health by improving energy level. So if you can watch people when doing exercise or physical activity, you will feel active all days. Next, we have improving emotional well-being. So most people feel better about themselves after doing exercise. Next, we have raising brain function by improving motor skills, problem solving, and increasing attention span, which make a person more focused and more intelligent. Now we have a question. Exercise can improve mental and emotional health by improving energy level, increase confidence, learn leadership skills, increase motivation to exercise. Yes, your answer is improving energy levels. So we have other benefits of exercise, which is social health benefit of exercise. Having a healthy social life is important. It has been shown to improve health by reducing stress, improving heart and lung function, and helping the body immune system. So another benefit of exercise is improved social health, and especially if you do team sports of exercise with a group, this taking part in a group exercise can help us to increase confidence. Of course, teamwork is always increase a person confidence. Okay. Next, we have learn leadership skills. For example, when you are leading your friends through our training, also it helps you making new friends. For example, when you're going to a gym, always you make a new friends, always you make a new friends. And finally, increases motivation to exercise. It's always better to exercise in a group because it increases motivation with them. Now we have a question. Having a healthy social life is important. It can increase stress level or improving heart and lung function or reduce the body's immune system or increase depression. Yes, your answer is improving heart and lung function. Okay, so now let's start with the WHO recommendation for exercise. WHO, World Health Organization. The WHO, the World Health Organization, recommends that the following guidelines for exercise. Children and teenager age 5 to 17 years old, children and teenager age between 5 to 17 years old should do at least 60 minutes of moderate to high intensity activity every day, and also should do activities that strengthen muscles and bones at least 3 times a week. Now we have a question. Children and teenagers should do at least space minutes of moderate to high intensity activity each day. 6, 60, 150, 70. Your answer is 60. Recommendation for exercise. Adult age between 18 to 64 years old. You should at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity or 75 minutes of high intensity activity each week should be done. For further health benefits, adults should do 300 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity or more each week. Aerobic activities such as running or swimming should at least 10 minutes at a time. Activities that strengthen the muscle should, as weight training, should be done at least 2 times each week. So this slide is important in exam. Okay. Now we have a questions. Adults age 18 to 64 years old should do at least 150, 75, 150 minutes of high intensity activity each week. Your answer is 75. Okay, now we have exercise intensity. Intensity, which is how much energy is used when exercising. Intensity, which is high or low intensity. Okay, exercise intensity, how hard the body works while doing physical activity. The exact intensity of exercise will vary between different people. It will depend on your level of fitness and the effort. The exact intensity, it depends on what? Depends on level of fitness and effort that you put into exercise. Okay, so physical activity in intensity, you have high level or moderate level. Okay, so intensity, which is how much energy is used when exercising. Okay, it depends on your level of fitness or the effort that you put into this exercise. Now we will see the different intensity for activity. Okay, so now the next one is moderate intensity activity, which is when you are working at 70 to 80% of your maximum heart rate. M, which is maximum, H, which is heart, R, which is rate. You should still be able to take comfortably during moderate intensity exercise, and you should be sweating lightly. Examples of moderate intensity activity include moderate walking around 5 km per hour, cycling less than 16 km per hour, swimming slowly, gardening or heavy housework, and golf. High intensity activity, which is an exercise that creates big increase in your heart and breathing rate. Breathing rate, you should be working at 80 to 85% of maximum heart rate. You should be able to speak a few words but not hold conversation, and you will be sweating a lot. Examples of high intensity activity include running, playing sports such as football, swimming fast laps, cycling over 16 km per hour, and hiking in the mountain and high-intensity aerobics. Now we have further information as you focus on exam. So pay attention with me. A sedentary lifestyle means that a person doesn't regular physical activity. A person doesn't regular physical activity. Having this kind of lifestyle puts people at risk of developing disease associated with being inactive, such as high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease. According to the World Health Organization, 60 to 85% of the world population do not exercise enough. Disease relating to inactivity are the fourth biggest cause of this worldwide. Making time to fit exercise into daily routine or just moving around more instead of sitting can help everyone become more healthy. Okay? So now you should be able to all of them to explain the role of physical activity in the prevention of illness and disease. So if you are not sure about any information, please go back and review it. So now we have a recap for this lesson. So now let's recap on today's lesson. So we started by taking about physical activity, which was defined according to the World Health Organization, any bodily movement produced by skeletal muscles that require energy and expenditure. And we talk about the benefits of the dimension of health: physical, mental, social, emotional health. And also we talk about the World Health Organization recommendation for exercise, both for children and adults. And also we talk about intensity, and finally we discuss moderate and high intensity activity and give examples of each of them. Okay, now we have the end of this lesson. Thank you all of you, and goodbye.